Bismillah, salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we are going to do a lab regarding the basic security for a network device, that is a router. Okay, we will draw a scenario here, and then we will do the lab in which we will study about the basic security of a network device. First of all, we will draw a scenario here. We will on the workspace of our Cisco packet tracer. First of all, we will take all the devices that we have required. So the first we will take a router, 4321 router we have taken here. Okay, then we need two switches for our design. Okay, sorry, two switches here for our design. We will get these two switches, and then we need two PCs and devices. Okay, one device we have taken this one, and the other is this device. Okay, now we have these devices. This is required for our lab. Okay, first of all, we will go to the connections, and we will connect all these devices with each other, as we have to connect router with the switch and switch with the PC. Similarly, on the other side, router with the switch and switch with the PC. So we need the straight through cable, because these are all different devices. We want to connect different devices, and when we are going to connect different devices, we need the copper straight through cable. So we will click on this cable, and we will click on the router, and we will find different ports here: USB console, auxiliary console, and gigabit 0/0/0. So we will click on gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0 on the router, and on the other side we will click on the switch, and then we will click on gigabit Ethernet 0/1. You can connect through the fast Ethernet also, but as we have on the other side, on the router, we have gigabit Ethernet interface, so we are connecting with the gigabit Ethernet interface 0/1. Similarly, we will connect the switch with the PC or with the server, so we will click on fast Ethernet 0/1 and then click on the PC, and we will have this interface fast Ethernet 0. Similarly, on the other side, we will connect the router through the gigabit Ethernet interface 0/0/1 to the switch gigabit Ethernet 0/1, and the switch will be connected with the PC with the fast Ethernet 0/1 and with the fast Ethernet 0 here. Okay, we have connected all these devices that we have the requirement. Okay, now we will first of all we will configure the router, then we will any IP address on the router, because whenever you are going to configure the router, the first thing that you have to configure the IP addresses there, or in the network, whenever you are creating or designing a network, the first thing is IP configuration. So we do the same. We will configure the IP addressing on the router and on the PCs as well. Those are connected with the router. Okay, here you can see we have two different networks, because the router is the only device that is used to connect different networks with each other. Okay, switch is for LAN, local area network. When you are connecting different devices with each other in a network, then you are using a switch. Okay, and when you are going to connect two different networks with each other, like this is one network and this is another network, and we want to connect these two networks with each other, then we are using the router here. Okay, so without wasting time, we are going to configure the router here. We will go to the router and click on CLI here, and it is asking to you, would you like to enter the initial configuration dialog, and you have to write always here no. Okay, then we will write here the enable command to enter to the privilege mode. Right, enter. You are in the privilege mode. Then we are going to the global configuration mode. For that we are using the configure terminal. This is the command to enter to the global configuration mode. Okay, and then you are configuring. The first thing that we will configure here, that is the we will change the name of the router. Okay, so we will change the router name here. We will just write the command host name and the name of the router, as I am giving here R1. Okay, now your router name is R1. Okay, so whenever you are going to configure the devices, first thing is you have to change the network, because it is convenient for you. Whenever you are going to enter to the network, you know that on which device you are going to work. So here in our case we have only one router, but even though I am configuring here R1. Okay, so we have configured here R1. Now we will configure the IP address on this interface that is connected to the switch. Okay, so we will write here interface. The command interface is used for this purpose. Whenever you are going to configure the ports, those are connected with the lanes, you are using the command interface. Okay, interface, and then we will write this gig. As you can see here, it is written here gig. Gig means gigabit Ethernet interface. So I will write here gigabit Ethernet, and this is the number. This is the name of the port gigabit Ethernet, and this is the number of the port 0/0/0. Okay, so we will enter, and then we are inside this interface. Now we will configure here IP address. That IP address is 192.168.3.1 with subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Okay, we are using the default subnet mask for class C here, that is 255.255.255.0, and press enter. And don't forget to write no shutdown command. This command is used to enable the interface. As you can see, this is red. Red means that this interface is disabled. When we will write no shutdown command, it will become enable. Insert, enter the command, and then you can see that it is green now, means it is enabled. Exit from here, okay, from this interface, and go to this interface. Okay, we are going to this interface gigabit 0/0/1. Okay, and write here the IP address, that is 192.168.1.1 with 255.255.255.0. Subnet mask we have entered here. Okay, now press enter, and don't forget to write the no shutdown command. This will enable your interface. Okay, Control Z, or you can write the end command END. It will be you will be out from the that mode. Like we were here in the interface mode. Before that we were in the configuration mode, but when we have written here end command or Control Z button, Control plus Z button, when you are pressing, you will come on the privilege level. Okay, now our IP addressing is configured here. Now we will save these configuration. For saving the configuration, just write WR and press enter. Your configuration will be saved here. Now we are going to the PC, and we will configure the IP address with the same class as we have configured here. Here we have configured 192.168.3.1, so we will configure here 3. something else. Okay, so we will write here 192.168.3. let's say 3. You can write here 3, 4, 5, 2, not 1. 192.168.3.1. you cannot give the IP address here because this is the IP address of your router, but other than 1 up to 254 you can configure the IP address, because we have subnet mask, the default subnet mask for the class C. And here we will enter 192.168.3.1, the IP address of this interface, that is the default gateway for this PC. For this PC, the default gateway is this IP address. Okay, then close this window and go to the other PC and configure here the IP address with the same method. Go to the desktop and then IP configuration. Write here 192.168.1.3. 1.1 is the IP address of this interface, gigabit 0/0/1. So that's why we have configured here. And when you are pressing the tab button from here to here, it will get automatically the default subnet mask for class C. Okay, and write here 192.168.1.1, the default gateway, the IP address of this interface. Close this window. Now you can also check that whether your networks can communicate with each other or not. Then you can use this icon, as you can see, add simple PDU. This is a packet you want to send from PC1 to PC2, and you will find that it is here the message. This message will show you that whether your message is successful or not. Okay, so if it is failed here, because initially it is failed, double click here on this one, or you can send another packet from here to here. Then you will see that it is successful, means they can communicate with each other. These two PCs can communicate with each other. Right, now we are again going to our router. where we will configure the basic security or basic passwords towards all the ports those are present here. As we have click here, when I am clicking here, you can see with the port, you can see there is USB console, there are auxiliary, and there is a console. Okay, these consoles are here. Through the console anyone can get access of your device. So I'm just showing you that is not the part of your lab, but I'm just showing you that how you will access the router, real router, because here it is in Cisco Packet Tracer, just you are clicking on the router and you will find the CLI here. But in real routers you cannot do like that. Okay, your router is like a box. So how you will access this router? Through the console cable. So what you will do, you will connect a PC or a laptop with this router, and through this PC you are accessing the router. I'm talking about the real device, okay, not in the Cisco Packet Tracer. In Cisco Packet Tracer you can directly do the configuration. So you will click on this connection icon, and then you will go to the console and click on PC. You will find RS232, click on it, and on the other side when you are clicking on the router, you will find console here. Okay, then click on console, and now from here you can access the router. I will show you later on that you will access the router, or right now I'm showing you that you will go to the terminal. Okay, what you have to do is you will click on this PC, then you will go to the desktop tab, and from here you will go to the terminal, and here when you will press OK button, you will be inside the router here. Okay, you are in the router now. Okay, as you can see, when I have connected my console cable with the router, it is not asking any password, any security. There is no security here, so anyone can come to the router anyone can access the router through the console cable. Okay, so what we will do, we will first secure our console port here. Okay, so for that we are just going to the global configuration mode, configure terminal. Okay, and here we will go to inside the console port. We will write the line command here. When we were entering to the gigabit interface, we have written here interface command. Here we are writing the line command, and then we will write the console, that is the name of the port, and 0 is the number for that port. Okay, and then you will write here the password. Okay, one more thing I want to show you here before going to configure the console password, that we have to the password should be minimum, how many characters should be in your password. So you will write here the minimum length for the password. So you will write here security right, minimum, let me check, security password minimum length is how much. Okay, I am writing here 8. You can write any, you can write 10 or like that. Okay, so I'm writing here 8. Minimum security password minimum length is 8. Okay, now whenever we are configuring the password, it should be of 8 character, minimum 8 character, maximum you can give the more than 8. Okay, so what we will do, we will again go to the line console 0, and we will write here password. Now this password should be minimum of 8 characters. So I'm writing here pass console. Okay, I think these are 8 or 9 characters here. Okay, and then you will write here login command. What is the purpose of this login command? This command will configure the password. Okay, and when you are entering through the console, like I'm showing you here, I'm not writing the login command. Okay, I'm going to the PC, and then I'm entering here. The password is configured here. Okay, you can see when I'm writing here show running configuration, the password, the console password, you can see the password is configured here. Okay, but when I will exit from here, right, I'm exiting from here and I'm coming through the console, it is not asking any password, about any password. Okay, right, so the enable command, the login command is used to whenever you are accessing the router, it will ask for the router. Okay, ask for the password, line console 0, and I'm writing here login. Okay, now this login command is for entering will ask you that what is the password for the console. Okay, and one more command you will write here, that is exit timeout. And in time, this is the time for the execution timeout, like when you will leave your router and you are not doing work on the router, it will automatically go to the out from the router. Okay, so we are writing here 5 and 0 is the second, 5 are the minutes here. Okay, and exit from here. Okay, Control Z I am writing here, and again I am going to exit from here to show you that it will ask for the password. Okay, this is the console password. Now when I am coming from this PC, it is asking for the password. I am writing here password that I have given to the router. Okay, then you will go to the enable, and one more thing, that is called privilege level password. When you will write enable here, you are entering to the privilege level. Okay, so for that we will also configure an encrypted password to for this privilege mode. Okay, so we will go to the configure terminal. Okay, in the global configuration mode, and we will write here enable, and then we will write the command secret. Okay, this will encrypt password. This is an encrypted password through this command. We will write here the password. Let's say we are writing here Cisco. As you can see, I have written here 1 2 3 4 5 characters, but the minimum length is 8 characters, so I will receive a message password too short, must be at least 8 characters. So I will again give the password that is I will again give the password having minimum 8 characters. Okay, so these are 5 characters. Let's say I'm writing here 1 2 3 Cisco 1 2 3. These are 8 characters. Now I can I have configured the password because of minimum 8 characters are here. Right, now we have to configure the other ports. Those are auxiliary port and virtual terminal lines. Virtual terminal lines are the lines through which remotely you can access your router. Okay, I will show you that how you will access remotely to the router. So first we will configure the auxiliary password. So we will write line auxiliary 0. Okay, the same commands that we have configured there. Password I am writing here like pass aux 0. Okay, press enter. Okay, and login command. Right, also you can configure here exit timeout 5 and 0. Okay, exit from here. Right, exit from here, and then now we have to check whether we can access through the telnet to this router or not. Let me show you. We will go to the PC and we will go to the command prompt, and here I will write here telnet. Telnet is the protocol that is used to access the device remotely. Okay, telnet, and I am writing the password, the IP address 192.168.3.1 that I have configured here on this interface. Okay, and you can see that I'm receiving a message that I cannot access connection to 192.168.3.1 closed by foreign host. I cannot access the router because I have not configured the virtual terminal lines. So I will go to the router and will configure the virtual terminal lines. For that, what we will do, we will write again the same command line, but this time VTY, that is virtual terminal, and 0 to 4. Okay, these are 5 sessions. We can 5 lines, on 5 lines we are giving the passwords here. Okay, so the same command password I'm writing here pass VTY 04. Okay, so it will be definitely 8 characters or more than 8 characters should be here. Okay, and then login command and exit timeout 5 and 0 you will write here. Okay, got it? Now we will go to the PC and then we will check that whether we can do the telnet, or we can access the device remotely or not. Press enter button. Now it is asking for the VTY password, and we have given here pass vty04. so this is the password we have given, and now we are in the router. That is password for the privilege level, and then you can see show running command, in which we will check whether our password, as we can see, enable secret. Secret means encrypted password. Your password is encrypted here. We have given here Cisco 123, but we cannot see Cisco 123, but this password is encrypted. Similarly, press the space bar or the enter button here, and you can see whatever we have configured. We can see here show running config. Okay, IP address we have configured on this interface, the second interface, and then we will check the console password. We can see here the password and also the auxiliary port password and the VTY password. All passwords are here, and you can see that all passwords are clear text password. So we can encrypt all these passwords with the command that is use config terminal. Okay, and you will write the command service password encryption. This command service password encryption will encrypt your all password, these password. As you can see here, these are clear text password. After running this command, you will see that these password will be changed in encryption form. Press enter. Okay, now if you want to see show running configuration, to check what configuration you have done, press enter. You will find that the other passwords are also encrypted here. Console password is encrypted here, auxiliary password, and the virtual terminal password. Okay, one more command we can configure here, that is the banner that will be shown when you are entering to the router. Okay, banner MOTD, message of the day, and here you can write any kind of two special characters. These you can see quotation marks, you can use the @ and in between here you can write any message. Like I am writing here authorized users only. Okay, I am writing this message that whenever you are entering to the router, you will receive this message here. Okay, press enter. Okay, and here we have configured I think all the things that were required for the basic security of a network device. We have configured all the things. Now I want to show you that the message of the day banner, any banner where it will be shown. You can see when I am exiting from here, because I was doing the telnet from this PC. Okay, so again I am going to telnet this PC from here, and it is asking for the VTY password. So I am writing here VTY password and entering to the router. Sorry, the message that I want to show you, that this is the message authorized user only. Authorized user only, this message is displayed with the help of the command that we have used here, banner MOTD. Okay, message of the day, right? Understand? I hope it will be clear to you everything that we have configured here in this scenario. It's a very basic lab, very basic configuration about the network security, that how you will secure your device. So no one can access through the console cable, no one can access remotely to this router, and no one can be enter if someone is accessing the console through the remote, but he cannot enter to the privilege mode of the router. So we have also configured that password also through the auxiliary port. No one can enter to the router. Okay, thank you very much. See you inshallah in the next lab.